Meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. All right. Oh, I could only do one. I could only do YouTube. That's fine. YouTube is our thing. All right, I'm going to admit everybody. Are we ready? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Admit all.
Oh, I could only do one. Oh, geez, I better use that. That's fine. YouTube is our thing.
How elevated the mold is, and there's gold. Now, if I go there and I don't see any gold, visual mold, then I won't charge you anything. I'll do an assessment. What needs to be.
Benito is talking about mold, baby. I just muted you, Benito. How is everyone doing in here?
From the beginning.
Benito, who are you yelling at? Right. Jonathan, how about that? My buddy from California.
What's up?
Trying to
What's
free
up,
up his time as well.
What's that?
They're trying to free up his time.
Oh yeah.
Enough of the BS.
Miss the Vince webinar. I gotta see what you got, man.
You know, I've always got something up my sleeve. At least I try.
I know you do. So I'm here.
Who else we got on here? Carlos Manzanero. Is that Italian? Or is it?
Not. It's Spanish, but
it's what?
It is. I'm from Venezuela, but you know, I guess maybe somewhere. I don't know. I mean, it's my grandpa.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, maybe.
Sometimes they get a little close, you know. Who else we got on here? Patrick O'Connor.
Marketing as well. Yes. Yes, we are a virtual assistant agency, right? And we're able to do different things for the same businesses that we already do.
All right. Got to put that person on mute. Mariana, are you able to put people on mute if you notice that they're... Yeah? Okay, cool. All right. We will wait a little bit longer for people to start jumping in. Nice crowd today. Put this on the full screen here. Right. Let's see who else we got on here. I definitely encourage everyone to put on their cameras. It's just nice to see that, see faces, to know that, I know I'm speaking to a group of people, but it almost makes me feel like I'm not alone here and speaking to just a blank screen, even though that's what we do on the YouTube channel. But it's nice to see we got a nice sized group here. This is pretty cool. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Who do I recognize? I recognize names from Facebook. It's like Tracy Hollinsworth. I don't know if we've met, but I recognize your name. Joe Hollinsworth. I don't know if we met, but maybe it's just a popular last name. I don't know. But welcome, guys. Welcome. Who else we got in here? Cindy. Cindy was in our sales and marketing course. So glad to have you on. Very, very cool. Let's see who else? Chris Montoya. Yes, sir. I've had nice conversations with Chris. Right. Who else we got? Dun, 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 dun. A lot of new faces. Drew the Adjuster, the man, the myth, the legend. Nice to have you on, sir. Should definitely give a shout out to Drew the Adjuster and the services that he provides with Turbo Workforce. All right, people still coming in. We'll wait one more minute and we'll get started. We are live on YouTube as well, so awesome. Dun, dun, dun. Benito, I heard you yelling at a mold guy, or the mold guy was yelling at you.
Yeah, he was yelling at the client. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Great, man. I can't complain.
Yeah, business doing okay. I see you working with Jack. That's fantastic.
Thank God we've been all right, man. Thank God we've been all right.
That's good, man. That's good. We can't do this alone, man. That's for sure.
100%.
I love, honestly, honest to God, from the bottom of my heart, I just love what we have going on between myself, between Jack, Matt, Jeremy, like this whole, all of us doing whatever we can and everybody coming together. It's so important to bring this industry together because, you know, it's a tough fight and it gets harder and harder every day.
Every single day.
Every single day. So, but you do not have to fight it on your own. All right, so let's do it. Guys, thank you for coming on. Welcome to the Public Adjuster Success Formula. I'm going to start sharing some slides here pretty soon, but honestly, just wanted to like sit here and speak to you guys directly. And thank you guys for coming on. Same thing that I will say to this group right here that I will say, make sure that we're recording Zenga, make sure that we're all good here. Let's get the AI tool if we have that as well. Let me see. Is there the AI tool? Do we have that? AI, turn on all. All right, I just turned it on. All right, cool. So first thing I want to do is I definitely would like to introduce you guys to the co-hosts of this webinar. It's Mariana. You'll see here on the list, Mariana CCA, it says, and also I think it says Zenga. Does it say Zenga on there? No, it probably says another Vince Perry, right? But Mariana and Zenga, if you guys can come on real quick, just say hello.
Hello.
That Zenga coming to you. Zenga's coming to you live from Serbia. Mariana's coming to you live from Mexico. So shout out to them and thank you. They will be assisting us here throughout the webinar. So you can message them directly if you're having any technical issues or anything like that, because I'll be busy teaching you guys. So and then again, like I wanted to really do is I just want to thank you guys. Like I say at the meetups and the events that we have, I'm always humbled when one person shows up. So when we have a room full of people like this, it's very humbling. I'm very grateful. Thank you guys for following everything that we do and all the teachings and everything like that. We're doing the best that we can to try to give back to an industry that really has given me so much. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. So allow me to present. We're live on YouTube. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube. Everybody who's watching us on YouTube. Again, we do have Mariana who will be assisting with any kind of things that you want to put in the chat. Same thing goes for the Zoom audience. Leave stuff in the chat. We will be having a live Q&A where everyone will have the opportunity to say whatever it is that you want to say, ask whatever questions that you want to ask. If you want to get a head start, put your questions in the chat. Same thing goes for YouTube. Put your questions in the chat and we'll basically be answering every single one of your questions at the end of the webinar when everything is completed. Another thing that I want to mention, and I'll mention it throughout the webinar, is that anybody that's on YouTube right now, Mariana is going to leave a Zoom link for you to go ahead and, no, she's going to leave a registration link for you to go ahead and register to get the Zoom link to come on Zoom. The reason is at the end, for those of you that stay until the end, we are going to make an offer on something that I think is pretty badass, but there's like an extra added benefit for only the people that are at this live webinar right here. So you'll want to get on here to take a look at that. Not necessarily just the offer, but the extra thing that's in there that we're not offering to anybody else except people in the live webinar. So let's get right into it now. Let me present here. Let me share screen. All right, cool. Okay, let's do this. Welcome, everyone. This is the Public Adjuster Success Formula, and I'm Vince Perry. Honestly, guys, I'm thrilled for you guys to join us today. And over the next hour or so, it's going to take about 45 minutes to an hour, maybe a little bit more than an hour. We're going to really deep dive into the strategies and the insights that can honestly transform your business. As public adjusters, we know the challenges. I know the challenges that you face. Managing claims that never seem to close, dealing with unresponsive clients, navigating the endless red tape of the insurance industry. Does it sound familiar? Guys, anything that you have to struggle with in regards to managing claims, dealing with unresponsive clients, leave it in the chat. Like right now, if you're watching on YouTube or if you're on Zoom here, leave it in the chat. What are some of the things that you struggle with that we could actually attack here in this webinar or in the live Q&A today? So this is a daily grind, guys. Like I was just telling Benito, it is a daily grind. I know exactly what you're going through. For those of you that don't know, this is not all I do. I still do work claims, daily claims locally here in Tampa. And we are licensed in other parts of the state, of the country. And I handle and assist in a lot of those claims. And I have a team at Elite Resolutions of public adjusters that I help assist with all of their claims. So I'm working daily claims just like you guys are. I know that you're chasing down insurance companies. You're handling frustrated clients. You're feeling the pressure from all sides. And I know it's overwhelming and it feels like you're constantly stuck in the same cycle, just trying to keep up. So what if I told you that you could streamline all of those things? If you could streamline all those business processes, you could become a leader in this industry and open up more financial freedom and time to do what you love and with who you love. Today's webinar is designed to help you achieve just that. We'll explore some proven techniques that improve your business operations, to hire the right people, to set achievable and ambitious goals. You're going to learn how to manage your time effectively so you can focus on what truly matters, both in your professional life and in your personal life. This isn't just about making incremental improvements. It's about revolutionizing the way you work. By the end of this session, you'll have a clear roadmap to double your income, reduce your workload, and gain the freedom to enjoy life on your terms. So if you're ready, if you guys are ready, I would like for you to, let's get interactive in the chat. And I want you to put double my income. Let's put double my income in the chat. So get ready to take notes, guys. I hope you got a notebook out. Make sure you're taking notes. Ask questions, okay, in the chat. Leave as many things as you can. And let's engage with the content. This is your opportunity to unlock the success formula that has really transformed the lives of a lot of different public adjusters and public adjusters on my team and public adjusters that I've consulted as well. Let's embark on this journey together, and let's make the rest of 2024 here unparalleled success and freedom. So let's get started. So I'm going to make a bold promise, okay? Imagine this. What if you could double your income, half your workload, and gain the freedom to live your dream life? And what if you can do it all within the next 12 months? What would that mean to you personally? And what would that mean for you professionally? Okay. Share that in the chat. What does it mean to, if you could double your income and half the time amount that you do it, what does that mean to your personal life? And what does that mean to your professional life? Does it sound too good to be true? Well, just stay with me, because in this webinar, I'm going to reveal what I've done over the last 15 years to do that, to transform struggling public adjusters into industry leaders who effortlessly dominate the market. This isn't just about incremental changes. It's about a complete transformation of your business and your life. So our promise to you today is straightforward yet powerful. By applying the strategies we'll discuss, you will revolutionize your business processes, increase your efficiency, and achieve financial freedom faster than you ever thought possible. You're going to discover these three things: how to hire the right people, how to achieve ambitious goals, and how to manage your time effectively. To me, that's the trio. I'm not just aiming for improvement. I would like to try to get here extraordinary success. So let's get ready to unlock the secrets that prepare you to the top of your industry, giving you the freedom to enjoy your life on your terms. Are you excited, guys? Have I gotten you guys a little bit pumped up? I want to hear it in the chat. Let's see if we can get this thing going. So let's set the agenda for today. Okay. So what we're going to be really going through here is by the end of this webinar, you're going to know exactly how to hire the right people. Like I just said, set and achieve ambitious goals and manage your time like a pro. Here's the three things that we're going to be covering. Number one is the secrets to building a top-notch team and ensuring you have the right person in the right seat. So we're going to go through some of the same assessments and techniques that I use to hire the right people. And this is great because this is whether it's a team of 1, whether it's a team of 5, or whether it's a team of 20, it's always the same process depending on the seat that you're trying to fill. Number 2 is proven strategies for setting and smashing your goals. So don't know if you guys have heard of it, but you've got short-term and long-term goals. So we're going to break down really the 4 most important, but we're going to go over your BHAG goals, which is big, hairy, and audacious goals for you and your team, setting a clear picture of what your company looks like, staying on track towards these goals, and a weekly and quarterly goal sheet to get you to that BHAG, to get you to that clear picture within the next few years. And then the last thing is just effective time management, which is probably one of my favorite and coolest little parts. It's effective time management techniques that I've learned on how you could focus on what truly matters, giving you the freedom to enjoy your life. So you're going to learn one of the more core fundamentals of freedom, how to work and train like a pro athlete is really what I want you to do without losing sight of business growth, getting things done, and most importantly, spending time doing the things that you love to do the most. So that's pretty much it. Essentially, it's how to improve your business processes without quitting on your dreams. This means that you won't have to sacrifice your ultimate goals of financial freedom and having the time to live your life to the fullest. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but I see it all the time. People get their public adjuster license. They give it a good old college try. And within a year, what happens? They're out. They quit. All right. I don't want that to happen. Okay. You got to figure out how to manage this stuff in order for you to take it beyond year 1 and most importantly, beyond year 3 and year 5. So again, I'd love to hear some of your struggles. Let's hear it in the chat. I also want to know if you guys are excited about this. So stay tuned. Let's transform your business and your life. So what I said earlier before we started the actual slides is I want to give you guys a little bit of a teaser of what's in store. I have something extremely special planned for the end of the session. So you have to stay to the end. Not only are you going to gain the invaluable insights and strategies to transform your business, but if you stay to the end, you'll also be eligible for a very special giveaway that I'm doing that doesn't cost anything. These exclusive rewards are just only for those who are committed to the entire webinar. So as a grand finale, I will be making an offer that could really transform your business to the next level. But along with that offer, there's going to be something extremely special that I'm pretty excited about. So you're not going to want to miss the incredible opportunity. So let's see, shout out to the live and Zoom link. Make sure if you are live, guys, if you're looking at this on YouTube, click on the register button, get the Zoom link, and get into the Zoom webinar because I'm going to stop the live feed before I actually do that. All right, so most of you guys already know who I am, but we can go ahead and take a moment to introduce myself and establish why I'm the right person to guide you on this journey. My name is Vince Perry. I'm a public adjuster for over 15 years now. Throughout my career, I've helped countless of clients successfully navigate complexities of insurance claims, ensuring that they receive maximum compensation they deserve. But my passion extends beyond just handling claims. I am dedicated to educating, and I'm dedicated to empowering other public adjusters to ultimately achieve extraordinary success. I am the president of Elite Resolutions. Our firm has consistently delivered outstanding outcomes for hundreds and I guess by now thousands of clients, helping them recover millions of dollars in insurance settlements. I am also the host of the Commercial Claims Show on YouTube, where I share insights, tips, and strategies for public adjusters. You know, with thousands of followers and a growing community, this platform has become a go-to resource for industry professionals looking to elevate their skills and their business. So all that's fine and dandy. That's enough of that, seriously. And honestly, most of you guys probably already know my good friend Jeremy Lavelle. He initially took the course a few years back, and you know this is what he had to say when he had first started. I know he had been an adjuster for a long time, but probably newer as a public adjuster. He said, "I took the course last May. We're well into Q2. Our revenue tripled over the year before, and we are now on pace because of this course to quadruple last year easily." We also had Carlos. I've solidified some great relationships with industry professionals, but more importantly, we've started implementing some of the processes that you were doing and teaching us in the course, as well as utilizing some of the letters and responses. On top of that, the exposure to Facebook group and meetups, it's just the network of industry professionals that are making my job easier, which is definitely a huge advantage to anything that we do, is the connections that we've made throughout the entire industry, throughout the entire country. And last but not least, we took Vince Perry's class, and it was very enlightening, very helpful. We put what he taught in the class to use, and we have gotten at least 23 new clients. We're now crushing it based upon specifically what was in Vince Perry's class, and he's followed up, and he's got his resources on Facebook, sort of like a virtual mentor, which is definitely a mission of mine. Which, amongst other things, it's to show public adjusters exactly how to increase their flow of income, improve their business processes, and become industry leaders. That's it right there in a nutshell. I'm going to repeat that again. What my mission is with CCA: to show public adjusters exactly how to increase their flow of income, improve their business processes, and become industry leaders. I'm here to help you make more money with less effort and achieve financial freedom. So let's get right into it. This time for real. So when I first started, the reason why I came up with and realized that what I'm going to be teaching you guys here today does make a difference is because of exactly what happened to me. It's about the importance of hiring the right people. So there was a time, I would say around year 8 or year 9 or so, where I was about to quit. I didn't want to do it anymore. It just became too overwhelming. It was too much work. It was, just handling the claims from A to Z, where you're just overloaded. It just wasn't for me anymore. I really didn't want to sign claims anymore, and it felt like the whole process was too overwhelming. That might have been one of the reasons why I started Commercial Claims Advocate, was because handling claims, it just became too much for me to bear alone. I was doing everything myself. I was managing claims from A to Z, and it was exhausting. And then something unexpected happened. I fly to Dallas, and I had it was for a Miami Dolphins Dallas Cowboys game, believe it or not. And one of my buddies picked me up at the airport. This buddy, his name is Eric, owns a very large multi-million-dollar apparel company in the city of Dallas. As we talked, he started to ask me about, my different struggles, or he probably didn't even ask. I probably just vented it to him. And I opened up about how overwhelmed I felt and how I just didn't want to do what I was doing anymore. And he told me something that really changed my perspective. He said, you're not doing the things that you actually like to do, which means you need to hire somebody to handle the tasks that you don't like to do. So he shared that that in his company, they gave people assessments to find the right fit for each role in his company. And in his company, there's 3 main assessments that they use, and this basically helps them place people in the right seats. So, and then again, make sure, guys, live on YouTube, here in the chat, put down your questions, and, we'll be able to answer them at the end. So taking his advice to heart, I decided to obviously give it a try. So I started with one person, and I don't know if she was able to come on, but if she's on, if she could show her face, shout out to Tammy. And Tammy, who's still with us to this day, and this was, I don't know how long ago at this point, but I think it's been about 4 years or so. She became my administrative assistant, and having her on board. Tammy, you there?
Yep.
Say hi, Tammy.
Hi.
Oh, that's Tammy, guys. All right, Tammy, that's all I needed you for. I'll show you when I explain all the charts, guys. You'll see why Tammy's not good. She doesn't like to be in the public eye so much. Thank you, Tammy, for coming on. Appreciate it. Kelsey, also, say what's up, Kelsey. Are you there?
Hi. Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Kelsey.
Hi.
Kelsey, this is Kelsey, guys. Without Tammy and Kelsey, I would not be able to do Commercial Claims Advocate stuff. Quite frankly, I would not be able to handle all the claims that we handle as a company. And the last person that I want to thank who's helping us with this is Mariana. Can you say hello?
Yes, hi everyone.
You could ask the team. I like to embarrass them all the time. But honestly, from the bottom of my heart, Kelsey, Mariana, and Tammy, thank you guys, honestly, for everything that you do. I'm eternally grateful for all that you do to help me able to do this and teach this to hopefully get people to do the same thing. So thank you guys. You don't have to stay on. There's also the CCA team, guys. Zanga's on right now. He introduced himself in the beginning. Jamela as well. It's hiring the right people, making sure that you have the right people on your team that are strong in the things that you are not strong at. That's really what is the key here. If you hire somebody who's good at all the things that you are good at, well, then that's not going to take you anywhere. So Tammy becomes my assistant, and having her on board, it made a world of difference. I literally went from not wanting to sign any more claims, just feeling encouraged to sign more and to network more and to build more relationships. So what is it? Work on my business instead of in my business. I could focus on what I do best, networking, building relationships, establishing authority in my local area to generate more business. So while I did that, Tammy would handle the rest. I could also spend more time doing the things that I like, exercising, spending time with my wife, traveling, spending time with my kid. So now, fast forward, we've got these 3 administrative assistants on the elite resolution side. We have two admins on CCA, and we have 3 on the elite resolutions time. Last year, our team grew to about 10 or 11 employees, but quite frankly, that was a bit too much. For me, it was too much. So that shows you that I made mistakes along the way. Maybe it wasn't too much, but full disclosure, maybe I just wasn't ready. Okay, maybe we weren't ready as a company. But that shows you guys, I have made mistakes along the way, but I don't want you to be making the same mistakes. I've already made them for you, basically. So currently we have the 2 full-time employees, which works out tremendously. One handles claims. Okay, one of our admins, Kelsey, handles claims. And the other Tammy manages the payment process of all checks that come in, as well as business operations. So onboarding any new adjusters, sending out business cards, and doing, making sure that everything operational as a business is functioning. But I want you guys to understand the key takeaway here is the importance of finding someone to help you with the task that you're not good at or that you don't enjoy. That is the key. This allows you to focus on what you do best. If what you do best is the operations side or is the inside claims side, then maybe you need to hire somebody on the sales side and building relationship side. It can go both ways, okay? So leave a comment, guys. Definitely, please leave a comment and let me know what your strength is. Is it the building relationships, the networking, and the marketing part? Or is it the inside claims handling? Is it the inspection process? Is it the operation side? Everyone's got different things that they're good at. Please leave in the chat. Let me know what you're good at, okay? Or you could also, if you don't want to admit that, let me know what you're in need of, what side of the business you're actually in need of. So let me go to the next slide. All right. So these are the 2 assessments, guys, that I personally like to use. So let's talk about the powerful tool that can help you hire the right people and place them in roles where they can truly shine. So the first one, it's called the Culture Index. All right. So what exactly is a culture index? In simple terms, it's a way to understand the strengths, the motivations, the work styles of your employees or of potential hires. Think of it as a tool that helps you see what makes someone tick and how they can best contribute to your team. So I'm going to focus on just the top 4, guys. I'm going to focus on number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Let's start with autonomy. So autonomy basically means, depending on how that assessment comes back, autonomy tells you how much independence a person prefers. Do they like to take charge and make decisions on their own, or do they work better with guidance and collaboration? Number 2 is social ability. This measures how much a person enjoys interacting with others. Are they naturally outgoing and team-oriented, or do they prefer to work solo and focus on individual tasks? Number 3 is patience. This trait shows how comfortable someone is with consistency and routine versus a dynamic, ever-changing environment. Some people thrive on stability, while others get energized by new challenges and fast-paced settings. And then number 4 is conformity. Okay, conformity, also known as like someone's high attention to detail. This assesses how much a person likes to follow established rules and procedures. Are they detail-oriented, or prefer clear guidelines, or are they more flexible and innovative in their approach? If you guys look at, this is actually Vince Perry's chart right here. The red line is the median, guys. Anything to the right is, I guess, extreme or high. Anything to the left is not high, is low, I guess. So if you look at mine, I am high autonomy. I am low social need and want. I am very, very patient, and I am about as nonconformist as you could ever meet in a person in your life. Don't like rules. I don't like establishment. Probably why I'm a public adjuster. So it really tells you what you're looking for, because I don't want somebody who's a nonconformist like me. That probably is not going to go well. I'm looking for people to work at the company that are going to be much higher conformists, that might have some autonomy, but not an extreme amount of autonomy, because they're just going to run off and do something that I may not want them to do. Also, I'm going to want that conformity on the other side, like I just said, because it's also going to be a more high attention to detail, following the rules, following processes, and so on and so forth. And then on your B and your C, well, your B and your A, you're going to want your B and your A for a salesperson or for a public adjuster under you to try to be on the right side of that red arrow, because you're going to want them to be autonomous, to take charge and go out there and get after it. And you're going to want them to be social so that they could go ahead and network and do sales and cold calls and whatever else that needs to be done. The C side is a give and take. C, if you're to the right, you're high patience. If you're to the left, you're low patience, but you work very fast. Okay. So that goes a little bit both ways. That could be advantageous in both ways. Sometimes you want that high patience, but sometimes you want them to work fast. Obviously, for those of you that chase storms, you're probably going to want somebody who's high patient, even on the admin side, because there's so many claims going in and so many things that need to be done. Guys, drop a question inside of the chat. Next thing is the CCAT, okay? CCAT stands for Criteria Cognitive Aptitude Test. This one's pretty intense. So what's the CCAT about? In simple terms, it's a test that measures a person's problem-solving skills, learning ability, and critical thinking. These are super important traits for everyone. For anyone you want to bring on board, especially if you're looking for someone who can hit the ground running and adapt quickly to new challenges. Like, this is it. And how it works, it's a 15-minute test with 50 questions. It's pretty intense, but that's part of the point. It covers 3 main areas: verbal reasoning. So this checks how well someone understands and analyzes written information. Math and logic. Here's where we're talking about numerical and logical reasoning. And then spatial reasoning. This is all about visualizing and manipulating objects. It includes pattern, shapes, spatial relationships, which can be crucial for certain tasks. When it comes to scoring, the CCAT is very straightforward. It's based on the number of correct answers. There's no penalty for wrong answers, so the key is to answer as many questions as possible within the time limit. Why is this important for you? Well, higher CCAT scores generally mean better problem-solving skills, quicker learning, and better adaptability. So these are the kind of traits that can really make a difference in job performance, especially in roles that require a lot of critical thinking and decision-making. The score, basically, these are your 3 scores of the 3 things I told you about. This 45 percentile is your overall score. This was my score. It's not as high as I would have preferred to it, but that's okay. It's good to know where you're at, because, again, I'm going to want to surround myself with people who are actually higher than my score, right? Who's really just way more better at problem solving and moving quickly through different things. So it gives you definitely a base as to where you want to go. Okay. Again, let me know your comments, YouTube or in Zoom. Let me know where you're at with this and what do you think about it. So before we jump on to section number 2, I want to give you guys a little teaser about what's to come. I want you guys to stay on. Remember, it's truly special what we got for you. So by the end of the session, not only will you walk away with these insights and strategies to elevate your business, for those of you who stick around until the very end, guys, there is an exclusive bonus waiting for you. I'm only doing this because I want you to stick around. It's reserved for those who are fully committed to this journey and stick around to the end. So as we wrap up, I will be presenting an offer that has the potential to completely transform your business. So be sure to stay with us throughout the entire session. You won't want to miss out on these exceptional opportunities. How about time management? Okay. So let's dive into mastering time management. Now, It seems like an easy thing, right? You read about it all the time, but not the way that we're going to do it right now. It's all about balancing buffer days, focus days, and free days. To explain this, I want you guys to think about a pro athlete. All right. An athlete's schedule is typically broken into 3 types of days: practice days, game days, and off days. They have days dedicated on honing in on their skills, practicing everything, making sure that they're getting everything right. They have days when they actually compete in the game or in the match. And then they have days where they have to rest and they have to recover. The same concept applies to us as entrepreneurs. We cannot go balls to the wall, all in all the time. You will burn out. You're not going to be as efficient. So let me share a personal story. So I'm on vacation and I'm away from the daily grind. And honestly, this entire idea for Commercial Claims Advocate and the YouTube channel is where it came about. It was a game changer. This idea was born during literally my time off on vacation, where I had a chance to what? To regroup. So it's taken my reputation and my status in this industry to a whole new level. And it was done on a trip that I hadn't even planned on doing, that I actually went on, and I came up with this. It created an entirely new business opportunity for me. This happened because I was able to let go. I was able to get away and really focus on big ideas. You can't focus on big ideas if you're constantly working without a break. It's essential to separate your week into the different types of days. Sometimes stepping away is when the biggest ideas come to life. So here they are: buffer days, focus days, and free days. I don't have their logo up here, but this is not my idea. All right. This is a coach of mine, Dan Sullivan from Strategic Coach. Strongly recommend it to everyone. All right. He came up with this and it works perfect. Buffer days. These are your practice days. These are when you're working on tasks that need to be done, but don't necessarily require your full creative energy. These are the days for planning, preparation, and handling administrative tasks, meetings, claim updates, inspections, or maybe that's the stuff that you like to do, okay? But if it's not, those are your days that you want to get all that stuff over with to prepare you for your focus days and your free days. On your focus days, those are your game days. That is your time to shine when you're working on what Dan Sullivan also calls your unique ability. That's a whole other thing that we can talk about. But these are days that when you're performing at your peak. And, for me, it's always been networking, meeting clients, handling, for me, it's always been networking and building relationships with people and doing all of those things, shooting content, any task where you need to bring your A game and that that it's easy for you to bring your A game because it's what you like, know, and love. Those are going to be your focus days. On your free days, those are your off days. Those are your days when you're completely disconnected from work. It's crucial to take these days to rest and to recharge. If you don't, your personal and family life will suffer, and so will your performance in the long run. I will tell you, you want to start with Saturdays and Sundays. Some of you guys work on Saturdays and Sundays, and I know in the claims industry, shit happens, right? And you have to go on and do a claim. That's a different story. But for the most part, try to take your Saturdays and Sundays off. I will tell you, I've mastered a little bit of mixing them a little bit, blending them, right? Maybe after 5 o'clock, that's it. Put your phone away. Put it on silent, okay? Spend time with your family. Try to find a way to focus on your family. So there's different ways that you can do this, but the whole idea of it makes total sense. It's on my calendar. At the top of every single day is a different kind of day, and it's been on there for the last 3 years, and it's really helped me accomplish a lot more that way. So break up your week into three different days, and it works out great. So let me share another story in regards to this so you guys could actually, really get it. It's the story of one of our adjusters. He really hit a turning point in his career, and it was the same thing, right? He was starting to feel the weight of just growing workload, and he was doing everything. He was following up on claims. He was doing inspections, handling paperwork, and it was all starting to pile up. He was overwhelmed. He knew something had to change, and he was doing a tremendous job. He had so many claims. He just didn't know what to do with it. But his sanity was starting to go a little, cuckoo. So that's when we sat down and he expressed his concern of too much happening all at once. And then we agreed to implement the entrepreneur time system. So buffer days, focus days, and free days. He carved out specific days just for office work and inspections. It was either one of the other, or both on the same day. He was making sure that he was on top of his claims and inspections at least a couple of days a week. But he also did something crucial. He dedicated 2 weeks, no matter what, solely to networking and growing his referral intake, which was a risk because he was already overwhelmed. At first, it was tough. He was used to being in the thick of it every single day, doing all of it at once, but he stayed disciplined and he stuck to his schedule. Slowly but surely, things started to change. His productivity skyrocketed, his stress levels dropped, and more importantly, those networking days paid off. So in just his third year, the adjuster was able to take in over $300,000 in fees, simply by staying true to the buffer days, focus days, and free days. He managed to grow his business and his referral network, all while maintaining a work-life balance he never thought was possible. I didn't mention the free days he made sure he stuck to every Saturday and every Sunday. So this is what's possible when you master your time. You set clear goals and you stick to a plan. It's not just about working harder. It's about working smarter and ensuring that every day has a purpose. So remember, like athletes, we need to structure our time. We need to include practice, performance, and rest. This balance is key to sustaining high performance and achieving long-term success. Now, let's dive deeper into how you can implement this in your own life and in your business. So before we get into the last thing, which is going to be about setting goals, right? I want to dive into the most exciting part of today's session. Let's see, strategic goal setting. We're going to get into that. I want to make a moment to share something truly special though. So what I'm going to show you and what's waiting for you on the other side of this last section of the webinar is the first opportunity for you to join this incredible journey. Okay. So the Public Adjuster Success Formula, the official course, is complete. It's a comprehensive 4-module online course that's designed to empower you with the exact blueprint you need to elevate your business to new heights. Here's what's included in it. It's a full access course, guys. This course covers everything from building your dream team to mastering time management. And of course, the strategic goal setting we're about to explore. It's a step-by-step guide that will give you the foundational principles, the organizational strategies, efficient claims management, and scalable practices essential for success. I literally just finished recording it 2 weeks ago, and I go through the entire claims process at Elite Resolutions, every status of every stage, and every template that goes into those stages from A to Z. My favorite part, and what other people have said is their favorite part, is the weekly live group coaching calls. So it's a 4-week course that you'll have lifetime access to, but for 4 weeks, you'll have the chance to participate in interactive sessions where you can share insights, brainstorm strategies, and get all your questions answered directly from me. This is our opportunity to gain valuable feedback and ensure you're on the right track. We do have a student who's actually in here, Cindy. Cindy, you don't have to come on. I didn't prepare you. I didn't know you were going to come on, but if you would like to come on, just leave a message and we'll get you on the screen. But you know, she was in the sales and marketing course and she really enjoyed the live portion of the course. Bonuses is the WhatsApp group, which we're still going back and forth in the sales and marketing group. We still go back and forth in that group, 24/7 access to the exclusive group. A new book, Adjuster Success Formula workbook, just like this. You'll receive the comprehensive workbook in physical and digital formats, complete with worksheets, action guides, and everything that you need. And then, of course, templates, SOP templates, letters to your client, keeping them updated, templates to your referral contractors, templates to the insurance company, all these little things, guys, that basically take your time and they just cut them down little by little by little so that you can maximize the time to do the things that you want to do. And honestly, just for this launch, we do have a mastermind. We will be meeting in person here in Tampa in October. But for those of you that decide to pull the trigger on this, you get to go to that mastermind free of charge. It's all included so that you can go ahead and mastermind with us. So, all right, let's get right to it. That will be at the end. So part 10. So let's talk about goal setting, guys. And guys, questions or anything that you want to know, make sure that you leave it in there. Zenga, if you could leave in the chat, please, a link to ultimately to purchase and get in there now on the course that we're going to be literally on Monday. So in just a few days will be the first day, and there'll be some introductory stuff that we're going to send you by tomorrow if you guys go ahead and pull the trigger. So I'm pretty excited about it. All right, let's get back to teaching. Strategic goal setting, creating a roadmap for the future of yourself and your company. You've probably heard people talk about this before. EOS, Entrepreneurial Operating System. I strongly recommend, guys, if you've never read Traction, I would recommend that you read Rocket Fuel first, because Traction, that thing is like I wonder if I have it here. I think I just have it in digital form. Traction, guys, is like that's like a freaking textbook from school. So don't start there because you're not going to like it. Start with Rocket Fuel. Get Rocket Fuel. You will enjoy that book. It's a good book. And then go to Traction, and it teaches you some amazing things, which is why I have no problem sharing that with you guys, because it actually works. So the most crucial step in your business, guys, is strategic goal setting. It's creating a roadmap for the future of yourself and your company. If you don't have one, you don't know where you're going. This is where everything we've discussed comes together. It sets the foundation for your long-term success. So we're going to use the EOS model, okay? It's an incredibly effective framework, setting achieving your goals. So let's break it down, all right? So, well, real quick, yeah, EOS talks about your vision, how to scorecard and have measurables, processes documented, Traction, which is your 3-month goals and your weekly meetings, any kind of issues that you need to discuss, and then of course, right people, right seat as well. But we obviously have a different way of doing that. So this is sort of how it looks, how you fill it out. But I'd prefer if you guys just sort of listen to me instead on this. So I'm gonna go here. So first thing, guys, I want you to like write these notes down. 10-year goal. Okay, that's right. You have to think that far ahead. I want all of you to think that far ahead. Okay, assuming you're still in the direction that you're going in now, what is your 10-year goal? Because if you don't have one, you're never going to get there. It's also known as your BHAG, your big, hairy, audacious goal. This is your ultimate vision. This is the long-term goal that's ambitious, maybe even a little intimidating, but completely achievable with the right focus and determination. It's the destination you're aiming for the next decade, and it serves as your North Star, guiding all your decisions and actions. I will tell you, my professional BHAG is ridiculous, but it's to have a Super Bowl commercial, okay? Whether that be for Elite Resolutions or whether that be for another public adjusting firm, it would make me feel so good to watch the Super Bowl and watch a public adjuster commercial. Obviously, that costs millions, but man, what it would do for our industry if the world knew what a public adjuster was. That's my BHAG. 3-year picture is the next one. 3 years. So we go from 10 to 3. So we narrow it down to your 3-year time frame. Okay, this is where you start to paint a clearer picture of what your business and your life looks like in 3 years if you're going to be on track to get that 10-year goal. Think of it as a snapshot of your future, a vision of where you'll be and what it looks like. So your 3-year picture should be, how many employees do I have? How much revenue am I bringing in? How many states am I located in? How many salespeople do I have? How many claims? Do I have a physical office? Am I still virtual? Am I going to be virtual? That's the 3-year picture that you want to paint, okay? From where you are now to where you want to be, okay? Next one is the 1-year goals. So let's bring it closer to home. All right, this is actually like literally achievable things that you can do that you should stick to. The 3-year picture will change. Okay, you want to go over it at least once a year. The 3-year picture will obviously change. The 1-year goals should not change. Okay, it's what you need to accomplish. It's what you need to accomplish within the next year. Okay, to ensure that you're on track for the 3-year picture. So these are your 1-year goals: specific, measurable targets that will move significantly closer to that 3-year vision. How many claims do you want to bring in? How many claims do you want to close? How many settlement amounts? What's the revenue you want to bring in? How many adjusters do you want to have? Okay, let's get clear goals and clear picture of what that looks like. And then the 3-month rocks is definitely something unique to EOS. You break it down into 3 months. So these are short-term priorities that you need to tackle in the next 90 days. They're key to your projects and tasks. And once completed, have a major impact on achieving your 1-year goals. So my focus on these rocks is that you're ensuring consistent progress and momentum towards your bigger vision. So the EOS framework, it's all about turning that big audacious vision into actionable, achievable steps, and about setting the right priorities and staying on course no matter what, and achieve this roadmap. It's not just for your business, but for your life as well. And by aligning your personal and professional goals, guys, you're setting yourself up for long-term success and fulfillment. Okay. So we're going to take off the live because I want to keep this, because I'm going to make you guys, like I said, for those of you that are still on, let me see if I can get off the live here. All right. How do I do this? How do I do this? Where do I go to take off the live? Am I still sharing, guys? Probably, right? Let me stop share real quick. Give me 1 minute. All right. How do we